What's up guys, macadii here, bringing you back to another NU battle. Now today I'm against a guy called Whimsy No, and he runs the Lilligant, which may be a little bit of an issue, assuming it's running chlorophyll. Looking at the rest of his team, he's got a Magic Bounce Xatu, which may potentially be his lead. He's got his own version of Big Boy Man, which I really hope isn't AV, because I know for a fact that if it isn't AV, then Free Faced and Vitribell just smash straight through it. For most teams, Zangoose will be a bit of an issue, but luckily for mine, I should be outspeeding it most of the time, so actually that shouldn't be too much of an issue. Maybe Specially Defensive Lantern, but I think even then a Solar Beam from these guys probably will take it out. I don't think a Drill Run will be able to take it out, but then Under the Sun, I don't think a Scald's going to be doing too much either. And then a Magmortar, which may be Scarfed. I'm not sure at the minute. So, in terms of lead, I think I'm just going to go for the standard Tash lead, and just to see how that goes. So I think what I'll do is I'll set up the Sun, and then probably go for a Volt Switch for the Xatu. So the Xatu is out, so I'm actually going to go for a Sunny Day this turn, just to see what he goes for. He may start setting up the screens, which may be an issue. He may be a sort of light screening variant. I think even if he does set up the screens, I should be able to start I do have quite a lot of offensive power, so although it will limit me, I don't think it will be too much of an issue. I say now. We'll just have to see. There's not much I can really do. He does set up the Reflect, so I'm actually going to Volt Switch out, because if I can keep Tash alive, I can sort of try and play the long game and sort of try and almost stall out the turns until these light screens and everything, all that rubbish, go away. So I think from here I'm going to go out into I could go out into Vitribell and just get a growth up. That might be the best bet. He may pack the Psychic though, that's the only thing. So I think I might go out into Rapidash and just go for a Wild Charge just to get the most amount of damage off. Actually, I guess probably Flare Blitz is probably a better bet. 180 in the Sun. Yeah, it's much better. So he does have the Regirock, which is a little bit scary. Executor should be able to handle that quite well. So I think, look at his team, maybe Bambi's the one to go for, because I could set up an SD, and while, you know, the Regirock may be able to do some damage to me, I don't know what set he is running, I still have Horn Leech, so I should be getting quite a lot of HP back. I think I'm going to use Bambi, because to be honest, with Regirock around, Bambi is probably my least valuable sweeper at the minute, so at least I can burn a few turns of these stupid screens. So I'm just going to go for an SD this turn. Even if he does decide to switch out into the Regirock, which he doesn't. Oh, he does. Ah, he packs the T-Wave. That's a shame. From here, I'm just going to get a return off. I think that should still do a decent chunk to Xatu. I don't know if this probably is defensive Xatu, considering he runs screens, T-Wave. Yeah, it's sort of more of a supporting set. He does go out into the Regirock, and I do get parried, which is a shame. I think I'm just going to try and sort of burn a few turns of these screens. So he does set up the rocks as I go for Horn Leech, which still does a pretty decent chunk. He is packing the Rocky Helmet. It is tempting to set up again, but the issue that I've got is that because I'm T-Waved, most of these things are going to take me out. So I think I am just going to try and get as much damage off on this Regirock as I can, really. It is tempting to predict the Magmortar to come in, but I ideally want to get as much damage off on this Regirock as possible. Executor and Vitribell both pack a move that, you know, does quite a lot of damage to it as well, so I'm not too scared of the Magmortar at the minute. My main priority is just to burn as many turns as possible. Luckily, he does miss, which is definitely a very good thing. So from here, I need to have a think, because what I could either do is, this sounds really cheeky, but go for a return, because then I burn another turn, but then the issue is I then have to take 2 stone edges, which I don't think I can do. So I think I am just going to stick with the Horn Leech, because that's still going to burn 2 turns, because I still hit him, and then he has to then take me out. Yeah, because that would do more than I'd be able to take in 2 hits. So I take the Horn Leech off, especially, and also the Rocky Helmet as well. So from here, I do anticipate probably the Mag Mortar coming in. But Bambi has done decent work. It has taken out one of it, you know, his physical wall, which does sort of open up for Rapidash quite a bit as well. Because, I mean, Rapidash damages that hard. I can't remember what Zangoose's speed is. While I've got a second, I am just going to see what Zangoose's speed is. So his speed's 90, so I should be outspeeding him as well. So Rapidash is probably my most valuable mon, because he hits that super effectively, Magmortar super effectively, Xatu super effectively. Yeah, all of them pretty super effectively. So he comes out with the Zangoose. I am tempted to go for the jump kick, but he may be running the protect. So unfortunately, I am just going to have to go for the return. I really don't want to risk him getting a protect off, because with a return I can get quite a bit more damage off. So he does manage to, yeah, he decides to go through, hitting me with the close combat, just as my, this is when it's going to get interesting. So what I could do is I can now go out into Reaper, because I know next turn the light screen will fade, so I can get the sunny day off now. He'll hit me, the screens will fade, and then I'm in an excellent position to start sweeping. And to be honest, I think that's what I'm going to do, because I can go out into probably free-faced, because that's my sort of main sweeper, and I should be able to do good damage to pretty much all of his Pokemon. I'd like to save Victory Bell, I think. Just because it doesn't handle all of them as well as Free-Faced does, because Free-Faced has access to Psychic, which will be doing a huge chunk to Magmortar. I guess Sludge Bomb will be doing as well, but Free-Faced does have quite a bit more special attack. So I'll go out into Reaper. Unfortunately, Reaper is going to die at this point, but to be honest, that's the main role of Reaper and Tash as well. So I am going to go for the Sunny Day at this point. He may outspeed me, but I don't think a quick attack will take me out. And then by then the screens will fade, I'll have died, and then that sort of sets everything up. So I have managed to stall out the light screen and the reflect as well, which is excellent. In terms of what's still going to give me trouble, I can't see the Zangoose giving me too much trouble, especially with its defenses going all the way down. The only access to priority it has is quick attack, which I know for a fact I should be able to handle with all of these. So he goes out into the Xatu. Now, this is the tricky bit, because he's going to set up one of the screens, and I don't know which one. He went for the Reflect last time. He may outspeed as well, so I am going to have to go for the U-turn here. And I'm kind of hoping he outspeeds, because then I have an idea. I don't know. Okay, so he's either going to go for the Reflect or the light screen. It would be nice to go into the Rapidash, because I know for a fact that a Wild Charge will take him out, and I outspeed, which will be an excellent situation. But if he goes for the Reflect, then these also struggle as well. So, judging by that, I think because Victory Belt is weak to Xatu, and I don't know if Executor will be able to take it out with a non-stab Sludge Bomb, I think Rapidash is the one to go for. Hopefully he'll also realise that with the rocks, I don't really want to switch the Rapidash in. So I switch into the Rapidash as he goes for the Reflect. So a Flare Blitz is going to do 120, 180, which is already more than Wild Charge. So I am just going to go for the Flare Blitz. That's ignoring the sun as well. So this is going to do quite a bit of damage, even with the Xatu. Yeah, it just takes it out, which under a Reflect is pretty impressive, I must admit. And he doesn't get the chance to get the light screen up as well, which is excellent, because it opens up for both my sweepers, which should be able to handle the rest of his team quite well. So in terms of what he's going to switch in now, he could switch in the Lilligant, but then I don't know how much he has to actually hit me, and even if he does bring in the Lilligant, I've still got Victory Bell and also Executor. So he brings in the Magmortar, so he may be scarfed considering the way he treated that. Let's see, Drill Run is 160, which is going to be more than Flare Blitz Under the Sun, because Flare Blitz is resisted. So I am just going to go for the Drill Run here, just to get as much damage off as possible, because this is probably the only bulky thing that my 2 sweepers struggle with. He does outspeed me, so that indicates that he is scarfed. So, what I could do is if I go out into Victory Bell, get a growth off. Will that be necessary? That's the question. I have a feeling that that's getting a little bit greedy. Considering I know he's already locked into T-Bolt, I think I'm better off going for the Sludge Bomb. Because then at least anything that does switch in does take quite a big chunk of damage, and I should outspeed most of them anyway. And the Lilligant, if that does come in, should be taken out as well. So I send out the Victory Bell, and I'm just going to go for a Sludge Bomb here. He is locked into T-Bolt as well, unless he's magically got loads of speed. Somehow. And, so he shouldn't be doing too much to me. That was quite unfortunate for him to be forced into, you know, going for the T-Bolt. But that's also the advantage of having Rapidash with Flash Fire. So, from here, he is switching out. So he goes out into the Zangoose. I don't know if that Zangoose is going to take it. And it really does not take it. So that's good. So that's his only real priority, I think. Yeah, because Lantern has no priority. Lilligant has no priority. He does switch back into the Magmortar. Which means I've got to make a choice, because either, let's see, so I've got nearly 480 speed, 291, so it's 400, I should outspeed, so it's whether I just get a Sludge Bomb off, and I think Free-Faced should be able to finish up from there. The other option is, I've only got so much Sun, that's the only thing. And this is just going to keep going for Fire Blast. So I think the best bet is just to get as much damage off as possible. So I am going to go for the Sludge Bomb. I do anticipate that I will outspeed. I do outspeed, and that does quite a decent chunk. And I do snag the poison as well, which is excellent. He obviously goes for the Flamethrower, which is going to take me out. So at this point, I've still got 2 tons of Sun left. So I think I'm just going to have to use Tash to sort of waste those other couple of turns so I can bring in Reaper. Go for the... oh no, actually I guess I could go into Free-Faced. Then I can take out the Magmortar. Yeah, if I go into Free-Faced, take out the Magmortar. Once the sun goes, I can switch back into Tash. Sacrifice that. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So I'll go out into Free-Faced. Do I outspeed? I'm pretty sure I do outspeed. Have I just made a pretty bad error? 190. Ooh. No, I don't outspeed. Sorry about that, guys. I'm going to have to swap out into Tash. To be honest, it is going to achieve almost the same goal that I was planning for anyway. So that was very close, though. At least I identified that, because that would have gone pretty horrifically if I'd have got that wrong. So he does get a crit, which is unfortunate, but I do think it is going to, it's not going to make too much difference. So at this point, there's not much I can really do. I am just going to go for the Stealth Rocks, as he is invariably going to take me out with a Flamethrower. He also gets taken out from the poison as well. So from here, I'm going to go out into Reaper, because at least I can get the sunny day off as well, and that should set me up quite well. My issue is, what if the Lilligant is chlorophyll, which it probably will be. I don't know if it has a move that will be able to take out my Executor, especially with my Executor being a bulky set as well. So this is the only option I've got. I've got to go for Sunny Day. I can't really risk going for the T-Wave and then hoping I take a hit, especially with Reaper's defenses. He does just go for the Sleep Powder and misses, which is a crucial turn, really. So, predicting him to go for another one. Well, there's not much I can do, actually. What I could do, though, is go for the Encore to trap him into using Sleep Powder, because then I can swap in Free-Faced, and I'll definitely be able to take, get a hit. I definitely will be able to, well, I'll be able to force the switch. So I think that's probably the best play. So U-turn, I won't outspeed, so I'll just fall asleep. T-Wave would be good, but then it doesn't give me the opportunity to switch out, whereas this way I actually sort of slightly cripple the Liligant. So I think that's the best bet. So I am going to go for the Encore here. As he does miss the Sleep Powder, which is absolutely crucial, because now I can switch into Free-Faced freely. That's a bit of a mouthful. But, and then I still have Reaper as well, which will be able to U-turn. And by the looks of things, he has just rage quitted. Okay, so unfortunately he did just DC, but to be honest, I think from there I kind of had it, because the Executor could come in, I could just go for a Solar Beam quite freely on the Lantern switch, and I think it would have been GG from there. So I hope you guys enjoyed the battle, and I'll see you at the next one. Caddy out! If you enjoyed the video and want to keep up my latest content, don't forget to hit the subscribe button below. Macadii out.